the ongoing interest in autonomy, that demand it's there, it's very real. And I think what we continue to show is that when we announce contracts, that we're able to convert those contracts into deliveries, which then lead to real revenues for the company.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. Joining me now is Philip Stratman. He is the CEO of Ocean Power Technologies. And Philip, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, so coming out with news today talking about shipping multiple vehicles to a U.S. government client. And we can't get into too much details, obviously, for security reasons, but it continues to show what the companies, you talked about many months ago, that government contracts are going to be a big thing for your company.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're really proud of the team over on our manufacturing side and on the vehicle development side, getting these contracts out and getting these vehicles built. The ongoing interest in autonomy, that demand it's there, it's very real. And I think what we continue to show is that when we announce contracts, that we're able to convert those contracts into deliveries, which then lead to real revenues for the company. I think it is a testament to the capability of these systems that they keep on being demanded, they keep on being pushed into the market, and oftentimes these are repeat customers. And I think it's great for us to see. And I think, yeah, we're very excited about growing on that government side of the fence.
Yeah, and just on the repeat customer side of it, I just want to ask you quickly about a lot of these times they'll test something in a certain area and say, hey, this looks really well here. Now we need to add many more to do, areas around the world. So is that what you're hearing from them as well, that there's a possibility for extras down the road?
Absolutely. And as what we're seeing with some of our other customers, on the commercial side, we've publicly talked about our partnership with companies like Samara Subsea. That's grown over the years, from one, two vehicles to, half a dozen plus vehicles potentially. And they're being used all over the place. And we're very excited to continue growing these kind of sell-ons. It's great bringing new customers into the fold, but we love doing well by our existing customer base, and the fact that they like what they can do with the vehicles. It saves them carbon emissions, it materially lowers the costs that they incur to do the work for their customer base, and as a result of that they keep on ordering more, and we couldn't be happier about that.
And Philip, that also includes into Latin America, which is turning into be a pretty interesting market for ocean power.
Absolutely. As you saw earlier this week, we announced an MOU to partner with Senai, which is an institute associated, sort of related to the government in Brazil, which enables us to demonstrate further the ability of these innovative platforms, vehicles and buoys, to operate in the offshore energy space in Brazil. Together with the work we've previously talked about in Mexico and other parts of Latin America, Brazil keeps on growing, and given its vast coastlines, I think it's a really, really interesting market for us to continue to expand into.
Yeah. So that's a positive, seeing the commercial side and obviously the government side growing at similar paces. Is that something that you designed for the company, Philip?
Yeah, I think, we've had several conversations in New York this week around Climate Week. And
Yeah.
one of the things we keep on bringing out to people is like we have both sides of the fence. We do national security on the government and security side. We also work on commercial customers, and having both customers just minimizes any perceived or real political risk that might come with, whether offshore energy is favored to be fossil, or whether offshore energy is favored to be wind, or whether it's national security, or whether it's, kind of work on the military side. Being able to provide dual use technology that can be utilized by our customers, commercially and government, I think really helps us grow and build that stable revenue stack that our shareholders are expecting from us, and which is helping us deliver the growth that we've put out there.
Yeah. Exciting times for sure. And really appreciate your time, Philip. Thanks so much for joining us. And we'll talk soon. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Great to be on again.
All right. There's Philip Stratman, the CEO of Ocean Power Technologies.